Yo, this is Shakil Aziz on Star Youth Project TV. Salam. Today's video is about 3 tips on revision. So if you're in year 11 or year 12, right now you should be revising hard for your exams. So here's a few tips from us for your revision. First of all, we just want to talk about the importance of your exams. Your GCSEs or your A-levels or whichever exams you're sitting are so important. You know, take it from me, youth worker for 10 years, been working with hundreds of young people, worked with schools all around West Yorkshire, and the number one advice, if I could give advice to myself going back when I was in year 11, the advice would be smash your exams. Because if you pass your exams, then your path is clear for the future. You can take a year out, you can go ahead, you can do whatever you want to do. The main thing is you've passed your exams. If you fail your exams, then you're in trouble, you're stuck, there's a barrier in front of you. Okay, so work hard, get your exams smashed, and this is how you're going to do it. 3 tips from us. Tip number 1 is have a schedule. This is so important. Having a schedule for anything in life is important, if you ask me, because it's all about organization. But for your exams, it's really important because you have a short space of time, you have lots of different subjects which you need to revise for, and if you don't have a schedule, things can get a bit all over the place and it becomes overwhelming. So have a schedule, really simple. And what I mean by schedule is just on your days off or on your weekends or whichever, in the evenings, mornings, make sure you have a set time as to when you are actually doing your revision. So that might be 6 in the evening till 7 you're doing revision on this subject, 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock you're doing revision on the next subject, or whichever exam is upcoming next. So have a schedule, put it down on paper, put it into Google Calendars, stick it on your wall and follow that schedule, and have that schedule set all the way up to when your actual exams are, so you have a nice calendar which you can follow and you can keep tabs and keep track of your revision, and you will know you are fully prepared for your exams. So tip number 2 in relation to having a schedule and being overwhelmed is take breaks from your revision. This is really important as well, because if you over revise, there'll come a point where your brain will stop retaining information, meaning you might be revising, you might be reading, but because you're overdoing it and you're not taking a break, you'll stop memorizing it, and then it gets boring, and then you get frustrated, and then you get what I mean, you'll stop retaining that information and you'll start losing that valuable time. So have a break, maybe after 1 hour, go for a 10-minute walk, go grab a bite to eat, not if you're fasting obviously, go just chill out, talk to somebody, speak to your friends, go for a run, go to the gym, just do anything and break away from your revision for a while, and then when you come back at it, you'll be rejuvenated and you'll be ready to crack on with it, and you're not just drilling yourself into a hole by overdoing it. So take a break from your revision. Tip number 3 from Star Youth Project for your revision is use visual and audio aids, and this is really important, and I did this for my degree and it helped me so much. And what I mean by visual and audio aids is, for example, if you've written down an answer for what you think might come up in an exam, what I did was I recorded that, read it all out and recorded it on the phone, on a whatever device you have, and then play that back to you whilst listening to it in headphones or whatever. And what will happen is that's a different way for your brain to memorize the information. So one way is if you're reading something, but then if you're listening to it in audio format, i.e. you're reading out the answer and then listening back to your own voice, that is a really effective way for you to memorize your revision. So use audio aids. Visual aids are also really important, and again I did this for my exams and it works wonders. Visual aids are simple. All I did was print out answers, print out names, print out dates, theories, studies, or whatever you're trying to memorize for that specific exam. Print it, stick it on the wall, and have lots of stuff on the wall in front of you, and then you can just sit back and look at the wall with all your information on there, and those things will start falling into your brain. And this kind of links into having a photographic memory, and chances are if you have that visual aid in front of you when you're revising, when you're in your exam, you will remember sitting there and seeing those visual aids on the wall, and the answers can come to you like that. So use different strategies for your revision. Visual aids are fantastic, audio aids are also fantastic. So that was 3 tips from the Star Youth Project on revision. As always, we're going to summarize those tips for you. Tip number 1 is have a schedule, put a plan in place for when you're going to revise, what you're going to revise, and for how long. Tip number 2 was make sure you're having breaks in and amongst your revision, i.e. don't drill yourself too much because you'll stop remembering what you're revising. So take breaks. Tip number 3 was use visual and audio aids. Record your answers, listen back to them, have your answers, stick them on the wall, and that will be really effective for you. Good luck with all your exams. Work hard at it, and once you pass, it'll be done and dusted, and you'll be so happy and you won't look back. This is Shakeel Aziz on Star Youth Project TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you next time.